Hello everyone, it's Zach from BangingTechReviews, and in this video I'm going to be quickly reviewing the Tritton Trigger headset made by Mad Catz. Now I'm going to start off with the pricing first. They cost £40 in the United Kingdom and $50 in the United States. Now that is, you might be thinking it's quite a lot of money, but don't forget Turtle Beach and Tritton's are, the main headset makers for the gaming industry. With the Astros being the really high-end model. You can get other manufacturers as well, but Tritton and Turtle Beach are market leaders at the moment, so you are paying for the quality. It might be a little bit higher than other headsets, but the sound quality is definitely going to be good, better. Build quality is going to be better. So yeah, so that should justify your purchase. Okay, so let's actually go ahead and look at the headset itself. So over here we do have the two Tritton logos on either side of the actual speaker, and let's just talk about the build construction quickly. So here we have the headset, and each of the headset do have this really nice 90-degree angle turn, so they do fit heads of every shape and every sizes. If your ears a little bit outwards, you can easily adjust it as so. So they are pretty nice and adjustable. They do feel a little bit plasticky, but they're strong and they're a bit chunky, so they do feel robust and strong and, less likely to break like some other manufacturers. Okay, so let's go into the actual, extending part. As you can see, they do extend from either side. They go up to, I think, 5 notches or 5 increments, or whatever you want to call it. And, as you can see, it's fully extended now. And let me just quickly expand it as much as I can. I'll try not breaking it, but they're quite robust and strong. So as you can see, I'm applying quite a bit of force, and they're still holding really well. So even if you have a large head, that's probably the size of, actually my head's probably slightly smaller, about this big, and they are nice on me. They do feel quite comfortable. The only thing is, the drivers themselves are 40mm, and I use the Turtle Beach X12 personally, and they're 50mm. So for me this is a bit small, and after several hours of gameplay, or after a couple of hours of gameplay, they do tend to hurt my ears a bit, because it seems like these padding are crushing my ears, and it just feels like the headset's been pushed to my ears too much. So it won't matter if you do have a small head and small ears, but for me, my head's quite big, ears are quite large, so they do tend to hurt. So that's one thing you might have to consider before purchasing a headset. I think that's just the same with every headset with 40mm drivers. Okay, so as I've mentioned, they do extend. You can extend the height as well, so if you have a big head, it does go back to its normal form. So that's obviously for the smaller heads. And we do have the mic boom on the left hand side of the device. The mic is pretty good. It does pick up sound. It's not as sensitive as the Turtle Beach X12, but I like it like that, because you do have to have it close to your mouth. You can't have it too outwards, from my personal experience, but the sound is clear and it's not muffled. Let's move on to the actual speaker quality themselves. They do have nice padding over here. It does go back to its original form. Speakers are pretty good. I've been playing games for over 3 months with the headset just to test it out, and speakers really good. You can play Call of Duty, you can hear gunshots, bullets, explosions. They're really nice. You can, even if you turn it up to a louder volume, you can hear footsteps of your enemy. When I've been playing FIFA, the sound has been equally good. Racing games, crashes, bumping, yeah, sounds really good. I'm really pleased with its devices. Can't really fault it at the moment. The only thing is, they do tend to hurt my ears, as I've mentioned several times already. Okay, so let's quickly put this down to one side. As you can see, they do connect via a 3.5mm jack. So I've got that here. You might think this is quite weird, but when I can't find my headphones, I use this with my iPod or my phone. And they do quite a good job of listening to music. And I wouldn't recommend you wearing it outside though, because some people might think you're weird. Or do it at home, because it don't matter if your mum and dad think you're weird. You've lived with them long enough, so it don't really matter. Or your brothers or sisters. But don't go out and wear them, because I did try it once and I was getting some weird looks from people. Okay, moving on. Let's look at the inline remote quickly. So here we have the inline remote. There's not really much to talk about with the actual inline remote, but I'll go over some of the flaws it does have. Over here we have the two, we do obviously have the chat volume and the game volume. Now these scroll is a little bit too smooth. I'm not sure, that's just, I think it might be my personal preference, but they're a bit too smooth for me. And you know, they do sometimes, when you do have it like if they rub against your clothes or something, or your leg, because sometimes, you know, the lead is quite short, they do tend to move by itself, and sometimes you'll just hear the volume go on loud and you're like, say what? And yeah, it's quite annoying, but you know, they're still pretty good. Over here we do have the mute slider. Now, I'm not sure if you can see it, but the main thing is it does not have an LED indicator to show, you know, whether the mic is on. Usually it's red and green. Green is to show it's on, red for off, and that is really quite annoying, because if you're talking to someone and, you know, you do have to always look at this diagram, remember that way is off. But sometimes if you're talking to someone, you know, and you do leave the mic on accidentally, and you know, you might be having a private conversation with your parents or your family or even your friend, you know, and it might be quite annoying because you don't want people to hear online, or or let's say you're playing with your friends and then your mum comes in and she wants to talk to you. So if you leave it on accidentally, you know, it might be quite awkward situation. Yeah, so it's one big flaw for me. It should have had an LED indicator, especially if you're going to pay £40 or $50 in the United Kingdom. So let's quickly turn this off. Obviously this does have a USB 2.0 jack on the other side, and the red and white audio cable to connect behind the Xbox 360 to get the game volume through this headset. Now I'm not going to show you that because I did explain how to connect it on my unboxing video. And yeah, let's just quickly finish off with the actual device itself. So build quality is really good, you know, sound quality equally good. They're very good. They do produce nice sound, clear sound. The mic is good. It's not as sensitive as I would have expected. Yeah, and overall the color scheme is nice because, you know, black and orange does go extremely well. And overall I'd give this 4 out of 5 stars. I would have gave it 5 out of 5, but it does tend to become quite uncomfortable after several hours of use. So that's why I reduced 1 star, guys. So, you know, I hope you found this video informative. Anyway, and if you do have any questions, if I have missed out anything, then please, you know, leave your questions or leave a comment in the comment box, and I'll do my best to reply back. And as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked what you saw, then please don't forget to leave a like. If you can favorite it, you know, subscribe. And always, guys, leave comments. I love comments. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.